Look at all these vehicles that they take every night. You come by here after 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, all these state vehicles are magically not here. I wonder why that is. What up, guys? Where's this chat at? These guys right here. This is them. This is what they do. What do we got? Alright, we've been on Norwich Parole, guys. These guys support, what up, Brandon? Yeah, Lou struck me with how quick he was, and I swore within immediately, so I knew it was going to be no good, so I just redid it. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't going to do it live just because I picture there's going to be a lot of boring time, but people kept saying do it live, so we did. Norwich Parole supports predators. They employ them. They give them jobs. Watching other men pee. Look at, he's on the same team. But, and I don't really care. Like, I came down here the other day and I didn't record it. And it was literally dudes over there whining. Norwich Parole supports predators. They employ them. I didn't say it, but Fellowship Halfway House in Groton, they have an ex-cop that got caught molesting boys working there, watching men piss.
Don't worry about it. Some of them even have 4 kids.
They should. They should. There's no question about it. Castrate them all. Or hang them. I mean, pick or choose. I mean, I don't know if castrating them fixes it. It just makes it so they don't. Right? They can still diddle with their hands or their utensils or whatever they have. But yeah, there's people here the other day that parked over where they silver cars. And they were like, oh, so you're saying you support that? I'm like, dude, can you even read? Because it doesn't look like you can read. How do I support it if I'm out here telling everybody that Norwich Parole supports pedophiles, predators? Right? If I'm out here saying that, telling the world that, how do I support it? Don't make much sense. And it was great. I was trying to be down here before, and I just kept getting caught. I talked to John for a while on the phone, and then I had to talk to. I ran in. What up, for the record? What up, guy? I ran into one of my boys from a long time ago that I haven't seen in forever. Like one of my boys, and I got caught up talking to him. Norwich Parole supports predators. They employ them. Guess she didn't want to talk. These guys right here, it's them. They support predators. 2 to 6 Cliff Street, Norwich, Connecticut. They support predators. They put them in the halfway houses, and then they send people to work under them. They put predators in charge of doing drug tests and stuff like that. I don't know. I ain't get any training, so I don't think I'm qualified to know if that's about me or not. And there's one of them there, right there. She supports him. She supports him. Can you read? You look like one with that beard, tickling little kids. Get out of here. Don't start something then. You don't want something back. Don't start something. Okay? Don't start it. What do you think you could just say whatever you want and nobody else can talk back? It sounds like you're defending it. That's what it sounds like. I'm just saying. You can let it go or you can't let it go. It doesn't change anything to me. I can't hear you. I just hear mumbling. Listen, if that's what you're doing, I clearly think you're in support of A, pedophiles, and B, cops. I hate people like that, though. You're that goddamn dumb. You're gonna sit here and start talking shit to me. And then you're gonna have a fit when I say something back. Do whatever you want to do. People truly get upset just for coming out and saying the truth. It's not like this is hearsay or maybes or what ifs. This is factual information. This dude's still working at this halfway house right now. He might be watching somebody be peeing right now in a cup. The number's there. All you gotta do is call the numbers. The Abe pops right up. He's like the second person. Bill Edwards, William Edwards Sr. That's who it is. I even printed out some things with all the information on it so I could hand them out. And then, but I have the pictures with me. I don't have the ones with all the information. But this is what we do. I get bored. This is why I wish other people would come with me. What up for the record, Scott? Brandon, I didn't send that out yet. I'm going out after. I'll send it out after. Once my girl gets out, we gotta go to Willimantic. What am I doing? I'm just holding my sign that's telling everybody that Norwich Police or Norwich Parole supports predators, and they employ them in their halfway houses that have charges against kids proven. They not only, see, this is what blows my mind. So not only did the guy do it, everybody knows he did it. He didn't get caught for years. It came out like I don't know how long, a couple 5 to 7 years later it came out, and it happened for a course. It happened for over a course of 2 years. It happened. They gave him 2 years in jail. They dropped all the crazy charges, so he didn't have to register. They said it was because of drugs and alcohol, not because he liked diddling kids. And they said that instead of saying, I wonder how many other kids there were, because that would have been my first instinct, they truly said, yeah, well, Let him be. Let's give him as little time as we can. Let's let him out. Right here, Norwich Parole. They support predators. They literally said, let's give him as little time as we can, get him right back out, and get him another state job. Which blows my mind. How do you not, I don't know. It seems very negligent, like, in my eyes. I feel like if that was anybody else, they would have got the full extent of the law. They definitely would have had to register. It's not like it was a maybe. He definitely did it. He definitely traumatized that kid. Probably messed that kid's whole life up. He had been involved in lawsuits too. I don't know if it had to do with, I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure there was a lawsuit for this, but of course that doesn't come up. I can't find that one. But there's been other, I saw one this morning that there was a lawsuit he was involved in, and right around the time of this, but it wasn't for this. And I don't understand why they take these vehicles home every night. What do they need these vehicles home for? What do they need to drive, put more wear and tear on our vehicles, waste our gas, so they can get back and forth to work? It don't add up. At all. I bet you this place right here, Reliance Health, they probably loved me being out here. It's sad that local businesses and such have to be brought down or have look like this or look like they participate in this because what up, bud? Because Parole chooses to employ these types of people. They choose to send, I mean, let's be honest, they may not have hired the guy, he's under the halfway house, right? But they choose where they send these people. They don't have to send anybody to that house. And I guarantee you, if people stop going there, stop getting sent there, and they stopped receiving state money, they would probably fire him. But that's just, again, dude, some of these cars are so deafening loud. Norwich Parole supports predators. They hire predators to work at halfway houses. They hire predators to watch men pee. And that's what they do. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah. I wish other people were out here would actually come out. It'd be a lot funner with more than one person. I get bored quick. But it's important, and this is like one thing I'm not giving up on. This is a sort, I don't care if anybody watched this. Literally, I wouldn't care. I would still do it because it's wrong. It's not only wrong, it's just, it's wrong on so many levels. I can't even. I want to get like a, not just a poster, but like one I could stand up, and then I could have little flyers to it, like people, not everybody's gonna stand here and read, you know what I mean? Take the information with you. I'll pay for it and print it off if it gets out there. But what are you gonna do? And I got till like 1:30, I could be out here. And then I gotta go run home, meet my girl. And I think we gotta go to Willimantic. There's a wine bar right across the street. And I mean, it's in like it's not in a super busy spot, but it's in a busy enough spot to where we see people. What up, for the record? Manny. Brandon. It's so bright I can't even see the screen. Norwich Parole hires predators. people are stopping and acknowledging it. They're reading it. And that's really all I care for. If I could just leave it here, I'd rather just leave it here and go do something else. But if I did that, I know they'd come out and rip it up in a second. And this is the same office, guys. We can't go in here. And they also told somebody this morning, somebody else had to call and get information from them because they don't want to talk to me. But not only is this a public lobby, but we're the only ones that can't go in it. And they also said they don't have any records in-house. Or that's not what they said. They said you can't request records here. Not that they didn't have any. Just that you can't get them here. You have to go to Wethersfield, which is halfway across the goddamn state. I can't believe them dudes before, though. How are you going to whine? You're one dumb, ignorant person if you think you could just talk smack to somebody, especially like that. Like, you can clearly read the sign. So if you're going to read the sign and then try and twist it and make it about me, of course I'm going to say something to you. What? And a lot of people's problem with me is that sometimes I can't, but more times than not, I'm really good at talking crap. I'm pretty spot on, but I have no filter. So I try to be careful because it gets me into trouble. But it ain't gonna, nah, not today. I made this thing with rope so I could hang it. The other day I had to hold it up, and that was lame. Then I couldn't use my hands for anything. So I made a string, and this is still new. This is only like the third time I've ever even came out and held a sign. Hey, Letty. Hawks fan, what up? Mushroom Manny. Yeah. Is there anybody that hasn't seen the sign? That's him. That's Bill Edwards Sr. William Edwards. William Edwards Sr., which means there's a junior. Oh, and I learned today his brother was a captain in the department, which is weird because this is the same department that it was actually the first department to ever really assault and batter us, and it was their brother. Yeah, Norwich Parole, they hire predators. You gotta be careful with them. They support predators. But and it was the same thing with Burgesson and his brother worked there, and I don't want to bug them. But yeah, dude, it was the same thing with Burgesson. Burgesson got fired in 2012. They gave him his job back in 2013. They lied about why they fired him. They said they didn't fire him because he beat and maced and pepper sprayed a dude at a drug program. They said they fired him because of tardiness and absence. But the other two officers that were forced to retire, they didn't get their jobs back. And yeah, so it just don't make any sense. And now the Edwards family was in there too, it seems like. The family tree. But I don't know if that lady worked for him. That's the only reason I took the camera off, because I thought she was a client. But and it's quite simple. They don't want people out here. All they got to do is not have predators working at halfway houses. And it's not like he just has some no nonchalant gig, dude. He's doing the urines. He's in control of people. He shouldn't have control over anybody or anything. And any which way you look at it, that's still our money paying him. We pay for those people to be there. We pay for all that. It's not cool. town trucks parked in the rotary. We can go walk through the parking lot too and look at their cars. Thank you, bud. They do. They got predators working, dude, in these halfway houses. Cops. Like, it's crazy. See, that's what a normal, that's what I'd expect from somebody that doesn't support this type of behavior. Anything but that, I'm questioning it. I'm literally questioning it. Like the dude before. Like, no. Ah, thanks, Pale Emperor. I mean, do what I can. Looks like a 5-year-old wrote it, but it gets the point across. And that's all that matters. Norwich Parole hires predators. They employ them. It makes me wonder if there are any working here. Like if they condone this behavior in other sections and other places they send people, is there anybody here? I wonder. It just blows my mind. I didn't know it was going to be, well, I don't know what I expected. I thought there would be almost more people. I don't know what time it is. I think it's the later it gets. I think if you come down here maybe first thing in the morning, it might be busy. And I think it probably dies down. And I think throughout the day, it probably slowly picks back up. Norwich Parole, they hire and employ predators. They do. They condone this behavior. This was a cop for 22 years. Lost his job for diddling a kid. These guys employed him. Why would I go down to the courthouse? What does courthouse have to do with parole? Genius. It doesn't even make any sense. Oh, hey, go hold your sign in front of a building that doesn't have anything to do with it. Oh, maybe he's coming down. Maybe he's on parole. Maybe he has to come here. Maybe he doesn't want to be. I don't know. I don't know what would possess you to tell me to go hold my sign in front of a building that doesn't have anything to do with it. But what are you going to do? So many sensitive people. Norwich Parole employs predators. That they do. That's a fact. Oh, you're a diddler and an ex-cop? We're definitely giving you a job. Definitely hiring you. Let's go. Speed racer. Right into traffic. What would I don't even know what holding the sign by court would accomplish. What would it do there? I'm still trying to figure that out. If anybody knows, fill me in. And this is more like I'm not saying a test run. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe, but I think the real deal is going to be when we go to the halfway house itself. I've been there twice before, never with a sign. They threw a fit both times, acted like a bunch of big babies both times, called the cops on me the second time. Yeah. And the second time they even came out and I asked him about it, and the guy that runs the place lied to my face and said that they don't have somebody working there with them charges, which they do. They absolutely do. And then what else did he say? That and he don't work there no more. Which he definitely does. Definitely does. The kid I seen before that I knew that my boy said he was going to come down here. He saw it. I showed him. He didn't even know I did any of this stuff. I haven't seen him in that long. I told him, and I showed him the sign, and he literally was like, you know what? I'd back that up. He's like, I'd go for that. I'm like, yeah, I figured you would. If you wouldn't back this up, I don't think we don't have anything in common. Our views are drastically different. Oh, this is who really needs to see this. Be aware, kids. Be aware. Look out for this guy. For parole, these guys hire predators. They hire kid diddlers. Norwich Parole, they hire kid diddlers to work in halfway houses, all sorts of stuff.
Kitchen crew. Support. Yeah, food.
No, it's cops that got caught touching kids, and now they work for the state in halfway houses. So we gotta tell the world. They want to keep it a secret, like it's not happening.
Yeah. It's not happening. No secret here. It's okay.
No cigarette. But we know there's somebody that sits at this little desk right here, so they can see us all day. Right out here on the sidewalk. Norwich Parole, they support kid diddlers and predators. They give them jobs. And it's funny because none of the real media, none of the real news, nobody will cover this for some reason. Not any of them. What up? Is that Lily? Is that what that says? What up, man? Yeah. I talked to, what was his name? Matt from Fox, and told him about this, and he said that would be a huge story if it was true and it checked out. And so I sent him all the information, and I sent him all the facts, and I sent him all the articles, and then we never heard from him again. So can't be that big of a deal. Norwich Parole supports predators. Yeah, we gotta FOIA these cameras so we can get the gang on camera running up on me and trying to bully me out of the parking lot. 'Cause my camera did not get it good at all that day. And we got a farmer's tan dude out here today. Hey, go hold that sign that has nothing to do with court over by court, please. Oh, okay, genius. I should have brought an umbrella. My phone's so hot. I'm gonna go on that side because there's shade. At least get my phone out of the sun. Does anybody else have problems with their phones in the summer? I saw this thing the other day that's like a tent. You can add it to your gimbal, and it'll like keep it covered, but I don't even know if that's enough. Oh, you guys, dude, too. I got the 360 camera. It should be all set by tomorrow. I have almost everything I need for it today, but I don't have the double-headed nut adapter or bolt adapter to screw it into the gimbal to the phone, or the gimbal to the camera, because I got an arm that comes off the bottom of my gimbal, and my camera, the new camera, will attach that. And yeah, I'm pumped about that. I really want to use it. It's small, it's hard to hold, I don't want to break it. It's literally brand new. So I've been leaving it. I got it in my pocket just in case, but I'm pumped about that one. Dude, where is all the Norwich people at? And I really feel like, dude, if we had 3-4 people out here, we'd make a way bigger impact. But it's kind of hard to get anybody to free up time. Everybody's always doing their own stuff. I'm about to go. You guys, right here, bud. That's you. That's you. You support this, bud. That's you. Clown. Norwich Parole supports predators. But, I forgot where I was going. Oh, maybe go to the soup kitchen, dude. I'll pay a couple of these guys $10 an hour. Come hold some signs. Norwich Parole supports predators. That's a fact. The dude the other day when I was here, I wish I had my camera going because it was funny. I was standing out in front of that door. He came out and saw me. So I was holding the sign at him, pointing to the sign and pointing to him, and you could just tell he was infuriated. Okay, you're mad about it, but you put yourself in this situation. You know what I mean? You allow it. Nobody said you have to work. Oh, you have to work here, and you have to send people to halfway houses where predators work. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You don't have to do anything. Norwich Parole supports predators. That they do. I want to get a microphone. What's that? A microphone? A megaphone? A megaphone. I feel like if I had one of those, then they'd try and arrest me. Oh, he can reach more people. We need to stop him. What? I'm gonna go buy one after this. I'm buying one. Should have went and bought one first. I didn't even think of it. Stores on the other side of town. So we're a little too far now. We got like an hour and a half. Norwich Parole supports predators. That they do. They love them. And it's weird. I wonder. Well, they probably didn't make him do any. I was gonna say, I wonder what extensive programs he had to do when he got home and this and that. But he probably didn't have to do any because his score was probably a 0 because they didn't make him register. They didn't actually charge him. So he probably didn't have to do anything. And if he was on probation, if they made him do his full probation, that means he was at the halfway house while he was on probation, which means probation knew he was at the halfway house watching full-grown men pee. And I mean, yeah, it's not kids, but you clearly have something for... And somebody said that doesn't matter, that's not how it works. But they said that just because they diddled boys doesn't mean that they actually like boys. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but I would imagine if you did something like that, you liked it. Unless they blame that on drugs and alcohol too. Oh, I'm not gay. It was because I was drunk. It was because I drank too many beers. But and we do got more people like on from the state, like from Connecticut. I feel like Norwich Pro supports Predators. Um, I feel like the support is starting to outweigh like the Karens and the crybabies and the Darrens. And they're coming out. Not coming out, but they're supporting. They're showing out. I had a chick that lives on the other side of the state. She said she would come out as backup and whatever, if needed. But this is really far for her just for this. Norwich Pro supports Predators. That they do. I'm just trying to stay in the shade so my phone cools off a little bit. Once it cools off a little bit, we can go back out there. How do you think this makes anybody walking in here feel that probably got smoked on whatever petty crime they got, and now they got do all this parole and stuff, but yet a cop, somebody that's supposed to uphold the laws and actually be a leader and an example for the community, gets caught breaking the law, just like when they get caught violating rights, and you know what I mean, and nothing happens. Literally, I don't care if you got 2 years for that. That's nothing. That's nothing in my eyes. That's not a sentence. They literally let him off, let him out, and put him in a position to do it again. That's what Norwich Parole supports Predators. And I know if I was all these other businesses, I wouldn't want me here. You know what I mean? Not that I care, but I wouldn't. Shows how selfish these guys are. Because I wouldn't be here if they weren't employing predators. I saw Marsh yesterday. We did a live last night. There was an armed robbery. A robbery with a weapon or a gun. Over on the west side. And I saw Marsh, who's the same one that came here and told us after the other cop told us that it's public and we have a right to be here, that it's not and we can't be in there. Saw him. He's the same one that allowed the Domino's, well, not allowed, but gave us the ticket for the Domino's driver after he saw that no crime was committed. And his reason was, well, there's still a complaint. That guy that's not even smart enough that he's supposed to... No way it's that hot right now. 87 here, guys. Wow. So, a manager that's not even smart enough to know that he's supposed to go fill in the complainant when there's no crime and tell them that there's no crime is fit to be in charge of a whole investigation. Dude, there was like 8, 10, 12 cops there yesterday. He was the highest one. And, well, he was for a while, but I ain't got no faith in that dude. And every chance I got, dude, I told him how I felt about Norwich Parole supports Predators. We should get him the logo, guys. Like what's that hockey team? The Predators. We'll get them the Predators logo for their door. Stick it right on the thing. Norwich Parole supports Predators. They employ them. They give them jobs. Cops for 22 years get caught touching kids. They give them jobs in halfway houses. mighty confused. They love employing predators. Oh, there's one right there. He supports them. Got away. Driving the freaking cars. And again, I don't see a reason why they take these vehicles home. Why would they take these vehicles home? Other than to waste our gas and our time and our well, not our time, but our money and our gas. You know what I mean? Our insurance if they wreck the vehicle. Stuff like that. They're straight up thugs. Lazy. Look. Yeah. Requesting the body camera footage too from when the police came here last week. What do you want to bet that there's no they shut the sound off. They muted the camera inside while taking the report. I bet you they did. Knowing Marsh and Norwich Parole hires predators. They love employing them. Got messed up charges? Apply here. But I forgot what I was saying before that. Seems like more people are coming out. I can't believe it's that hot out, dude. I don't know what that chick stood in front of me and looked. Was she on camera? Because she looked confused, guys. She looked dazed and confused. Yeah, Pete, I agree. Good time. What up, bro? Sorry, it's hard to see this. But I don't see the reasoning. I don't see the reason for them taking them home. Like with Norwich, with the town, they said their canine officers can, and I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other cops that do too, but, because they have the dog, or, you know what I mean, there's a reason. These guys aren't doing anything once they're home. They're not going out on calls. There's no emergency. You don't get a parole officer late at night, you know what I mean? You get arrested or the police pick you up or they get you the next day. There's no reason for them to have a vehicle at home other than they're just thieves and that's it. They're scumbags. They don't want to use their gas, they don't want to use their vehicles, and they don't want to use their resources. They'd rather steal from us. And that's, I mean, Norwich seems to think a lot of stuff's appropriate. They told me that a cop car, what'd they say? Court employees can park in police parking only when they can't. And then they said a marshal van is the same thing as a cop car, which means they can park wherever they want, which isn't true because a cop can't park wherever they want either. But that's what the dumbass town manager from out here told me. I hope they love this too, because I'm gonna come out here and do this quite often. We know they won't do the right thing. We gotta try and get more recruits though. Where's that dude that's always in here whining from in the chat that's from out here? What's his name? Facts with Felix. He probably supports this stuff. I'm surprised he's not here defending them. Sorry, bud. And the right half is Parole parking lot. The left half is Madonna's place. But I'd like to see these clowns as they come in and out. Just so they can see the sign. Just so we can show them our sign and let them know that we know deep down inside how they really feel. Norwich Parole supports predators. That they do. They love supporting predators. Have messed up charges, they'll get you a job quick. Real quick. God, oh, my Land Rover's all messed up. It's just a small exhaust leak, that's it. Just a small hole. Then old people going into parole. Norwich Parole, they support predators. They'll give them jobs, they employ them, they love them. That they do. Put them in a halfway house. They love hiring predators. Bunch of winners work at Norwich Parole. That dude they have a whole jug of pee. Did you see what was in his hand? It looked like a half gallon of pee. Man, they took them people in the back quick. As soon as I walked by, they were already pulling it back. Oh. God damn it. You don't want to leave anything on the ground. These fairies will call and try and get us in trouble quick. Who do we got? Vol, what up, man? Pete. Let's see. Yeah, but what's in case of, I'm not buying that though. In case of what emergency? Good time. In case of an emergency, it's not going to be a work emergency. Where are you going? And even if it was, just like every other person in America that has a work emergency, they could take their vehicle. I was shocked to see that they all were gone. I thought maybe a few. You know what I mean? But I didn't think they would all be taking them home. And it literally, I mean, I want to say it blew my mind, but really, did I expect anything? I said winners, but it might have sounded like wieners. I could call them wieners. Oh, bull, yeah, so there was a cop. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh, I can probably show you better like this. So, this is William Edwards Sr., and he was a New London police officer for 22 years. And he got caught touching a kid that was 5 to 7 years old multiple times over a 2-year period. Then they charged him. They dropped all the real charges, so he only got charged with endangering to a minor, you know what I mean, everything else, and pretty much let him off. They gave him 2 years to serve and 10 years probation, and then they gave him a state job when he got out, working at the halfway house. And he was watching full-grown men fish in the halfway house, and I don't think he should be doing that. I don't think he should be working anywhere, never mind doing anything like that. But Norwich Parole, they hire predators. They love them. But yeah, and I mean, he's been there since, I've known he's been there since I think 2018, maybe 19. He's been working there, and I mean, it's long before that, but which means they either ended his probation early, or they let him off, or that he was working there while on probation. They said he didn't have to register because they figured out that it was because he was on drugs and alcohol, not because he liked touching kids, which is weird. I've never heard that work for anybody else. Just Bill Edwards. And I came here last week to get ask some questions, you know what I mean, get some information, and they told me that they can't give me any information, they can't do anything for me if I don't give them my personal information, which is just absurd and completely incorrect. That's just them trying to get out of it. And yep, so they didn't say anything, they just walked away, and they called the cops, and the cops came, and the cops told me I couldn't go back inside, which is a lie, but I can't test it. Norwich Parole supports predators. That they do. They love support predators. Dude, that thing sounds like it's about to blow up. Could you guys hear the motor in that thing? But yeah, so they told me I couldn't go inside, which is 100% incorrect. And I don't know if Parole said that, because they never asked me to leave, and they never told me I couldn't go inside. But then when that genius Marsh showed up, while he was running away, he told the other officer that. After the other officer told me, yeah, it's public, this is common sense. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole bunch of mishaps. Yeah, no, you're good. I don't want people to not understand what's going on. I'd rather have people get it. It's not like this is made up. You know what I mean? Or a maybe. This is definitely happening. This is still happening. And just the fact that they let him off with no time, really, 2 years is nothing for that. Then they let him out and they give him another job, cushion job, in control of people. He has control over other humans. He should be in control of a spatula, flipping burgers at a McDonald's. That's what he's fit for. He's proven that. Maybe not even that, because there's kids there. So, no, I'd say no. Not even fit for that. But it just blows my mind what they're okay with. So I don't know who these guys are. I've seen this lady and this dude walking around. They've been going in and out of businesses. They're doing something for the town. Norwich Parole hires predators. They love predators. But and like I said, I wasn't even going to do this live. People just kept telling me, oh, do it live. Oh, do it live. So we did. But I knew it was going to be more or less like this. I mean, there's hot spots here and there, but this is more like just needs to be done. They're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to correct it. They don't care. They don't care until a bunch of us care. And then suddenly it's going to be like, oh, we didn't know. We didn't have any idea what was going on. Oh, and you know what I mean? They'll come out with all the lies. And you know how it goes. But I want a scooter, dude. I think a scooter is easier to get around down here than a car. We don't got to worry about trying to find a spot. It's quicker to get back to. It's quicker to get on and off. But maybe if enough people get aggravated, though, or annoyed, they'll start making a stink about this. And I don't understand, because there's plenty of people, dude, that their family goes to that halfway house. It's a local halfway house. I don't know who would be okay with that. Like, it's like babysitters for full-grown adults. Would you send your children somewhere like that? Would you be alright with your children going somewhere like that? No, not at all. I mean, clearly some people would, but most people, I would like to believe, wouldn't be okay with that. I mean, most people I know, well, probably all the people I know, but Norwich Parole hires predators, employs predators. That they do. This is a cop for 22 years. He got caught diddling a kid. Gave him a job at a halfway house, watching men piss. That sounds fitting. You get like a weird side eye from certain people, and then other people you get a thumbs up, and yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like that many people come in and out of here all day. I mean, most times they have like reporting hours. Oh, one of them will meet, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays from this time in the morning until this time in the afternoon, or this time in the morning until this time. But what are you going to do? But it seems pretty dead, just like everything else out here. I heard the kid yesterday that stopped. Norwich Parole loves hiring predators. They support predators. They're trying to get, they want a new $90 million police station. The cops that go out, and I'm not saying they're all bad because I don't know, but Musternani, Nelson, Marsh, when they have great cops like that, they refuse to hold accountable or do anything to. I don't think you guys deserve anything. You're out here. Is that why you guys are ramping up the tickets and everything? Because you need more money for this police station? Is that it? That body camera footage, too, is almost ready. Norwich Parole supports predators! They love predators! Yeah, that video is almost ready, too. And as we said, it was a blatant attack. There was no, yeah, you heard it, Bull? Are you good time? Dude, I don't need people for a lot of stuff, but I feel like for stuff like this, Norwich Parole supports predators. They hire them, they give them jobs. I feel like for this, dude, we need people. We need numbers. And that's kind of why, like, I started posting videos online anyways, because they don't listen. They don't listen to just one person. It's just like when you go somewhere to a department and you ask for something and they laugh you out of there. They don't listen to one person, but once people start calling, once they realize people are upset, suddenly stuff changes. But yeah, dude, that video, blatant attack. There was no jaywalking. Yes, I was outside of the crosswalk by a little bit, but guess what? There was also no traffic on the road, as I said. And the statute says you have to impede traffic or affect traffic, which I clearly didn't do. This is what blows my mind, guys, is that they went back to the department that night and they even reviewed the footage with the supervisor. I mean, that's if they held up to what the supervisor said, which we know how that goes. That's not always accurate, and that's far and few between from actually being accurate. But they said they were going back and they were going to review it that night. So they knew that night it wasn't a jaywalking, but they still let him put the ticket in, they still let him put it out, and they still let him send it out, right? Don't make any sense. He also didn't have his cameras on. Parole supports predators! It's weird that Norwich is a bigger town and has more money than Willimantic, and they got their parking guy driving around an old beat-up Honda. And the Willimantic one just went through, he had one vehicle that looked brand new, and then they got rid of that, and they gave him another one because it was electric. And I feel like Willimantic's parking guy is just out there writing tickets to anybody for anything. There's no way of keeping track how long cars have been there. They don't mark tires. They don't take pictures. They don't do anything. It's simply when this clown decides to write a ticket. I've seen him write tickets for cars that haven't even been there the full time. How do you argue with that? How do you argue with that? Well, what are you going to do? So what else did he do? So he lied. He said the cop said I walked up behind him, which was a blatant lie. I never walked up by anybody. He said I snuck up on him, which is a blatant lie, because I stood at his door about 40 feet from him for 10 minutes before I even walked up to him. So there was no sneaking. Ah, right here, right there, there he is. And yeah, so he lied about that. And what else did he lie about? He said I jerked away from him, which the footage clearly contradicts. It actually lines up perfectly with what I said, which was, let me put my phone in my pocket, and then he ripped it and threw it on the ground and slammed me on the hood of his car. 3 different angles. Norwich Parole supports predators. They give them jobs, they'll employ them, and they'll send their inmates to their halfway houses. Norwich Parole, winners. Gangbangers or gangbangums? What are they? Tell me. So many people that just hang out around here all day. They should just have a sign while you're hanging out here. If you're gonna just hang out here, have a sign. Norwich Parole supports predators. Kid diddlers, they support them. Norwich Parole supports diddlers, supports predators. This is what they're doing. Fellowship Halfway House at Groton. Diddler works there, watches the inmates pee. They support and condone this behavior. They willingly choose to send people there. But did we expect any less? Did we expect any different? Because I didn't. Well, I'd like to say I did, but in this day and age, I'm not surprised with anything. That chick over there, she's the one that went into Parole, and then she went into the place next door. Yeah, these guys, right here. I need to get an arrow pointing so everybody knows exactly. Norwich Parole supports diddlers, supports predators. That's what they do. They also lie. They love lying. They do have a whole bunch of lawn equipment in that Honda. Yeah, a blower, a weed whacker, and all sorts of stuff. They're gonna really love it when I get a megaphone or whatever the hell it's called. They'll be able to hear me inside. As they should. They said that this is the funniest part. They said that they own this building. Parole owns this building. Oh, that's funny. I wasn't sure if this guy was sitting in the car or what he was doing. But no, he ran all the way down into the back exit and made the other guy walk around to the front. But they said, little genius, the little chick with the Boston accent, the little fat one. She was wearing gang paraphernalia, actually. She was wearing a thin blue line hoodie, a desecrated flag on her sweatshirt in support of a gang, which I don't feel is appropriate for while you're working on the public clock. But as we all know, they don't really care about clearly what they look like. But she was dumb enough to tell me this is their building, they own it. This parking lot that clearly is for parole officers who work for the public, and you know what I mean, is private. But there's no signs, there's no nothing. I don't know where she got that from. Why she thought she could just lie like that, but as we all know, they don't really think, they kind of just do. Who is that? I don't want to say it if I don't know who it is. What up, Howard? I ain't got no problem to say it if it's true, but I don't want to be saying it about nobody if it ain't true. Is he a PO? Start looking up. I wish we could find some of these guys' names. I'd start calling them out by name. I don't even know if there's a list online of... I know the supervisor's Chris Sullivan. That's the only one that I know. And I don't even know him. I just know the name because it's the only one that pops up when you look this place up. Norwich Parole supports predators and kid diddlers. They give them jobs, they employ them. They love it. With our money, they pay these losers. They let them off, drop charges, make it so they don't have to register. That's what they're out here doing. It's what we pay these clowns to do. This looks like the U-turn Central, dude. Let's go through, walk through the parking lot. When I came through last week, there was quite a bit of, I don't know if there was any, like, personal stuff, but there's paperwork out. Look at you guys. This is how you know they want to be cops so bad. Look at how they park. They even park like cops. Completely retarded. Retarded. Norwich Parole supports kid diddlers and predators. That's a little blue line right there. I thought this was private property. I thought we couldn't be here. She don't want to talk today. She don't want to talk. I wouldn't either if this is what I supported. This is what you guys support. That was her, though. That was the one who said this is their property. They pay for it. And I had to fill her in on some simple knowledge that no, they don't. This is public property. We all pay for it. All of us. We. Not even, yeah, we. We do, not them. Well, this is what they do. Support diddlers. Oh man, whose Tesla is that? And what is this lot over here? Oh, you can get into it that way. You can't get into it that way. So, where? I wonder. It hasn't been driven in a minute. It's all rusty. Where this is a parking spot now. It's not even a parking spot. Yeah, that was the little chick though. That's the one that came out. She's got that little accent. It sounds like she's from Boston. She sounded so sure. And she was threatening to call the cops on me. And the cops came and look what happened. She just wasn't that smart. At least she didn't have that disgusting, hideous blue line sweatshirt on today. Because let me tell you, that's just gross. That's just disgusting. And she probably called right in too.
Who passed away?
Nobody. This is for these motherfuckers hiring predators, dude.
Oh.
Working halfway houses.
Yeah, I'm against that shit.
Yeah, dude. We all should be. Yeah, but nobody even knows about it. That's what nobody even knows. Yeah, that's it. It's these guys right here. These are the ones that support it. Yeah, this is legal. Right here, guys. Right here. These guys right here, hurt. Oh, these guys. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. They love them. Norwich Parole, they love diddlers and predators. They force people to go pee in front of them. Convicted criminals working at these halfway houses. These are the guys rehabilitating other people. This is how they rehabilitate people. They put them in halfway houses with predators, kid diddlers. That's what Norwich Parole does. They love it. They willingly and knowingly put citizens in bad spots. And then they want to act like heroes. Dudes ain't heroes. They're not even real cops. They're babysitters. Oh, if he's a PO, I don't got no problem saying it. Who is it? Brian Butler supports predators too, just like the predators in Connecticut, Norwich, Connecticut, Norwich Parole. I would assume they're linked throughout the whole country. Norwich Parole supports predators. That they do. Norwich Parole supports predators. That was the deputy chief right there, I think. One of them. I don't know if the kid yesterday that filled me in on them was right. I think that's the deputy chief. The chief had a bigger SUV, and he was the one second. I could go back and watch the video. Look at these geniuses just parked in the middle of the driveway. Right? These guys are the ones in control of other people. The ones who can't even do basic stuff right. Norwich Parole loves predators and kid diddlers. That they do. Where'd he go? He just left. Oh, there he goes, skating around. Looks like he's parking. I wish we had enough people to get people everywhere. Get all the areas covered. Out front, out back, because there's another exit over there. They can go out that way. And it takes them out to that street right there. I just wait till I can see them once they're out of their vehicles, or I think they can hear me. And I say it. Or somebody drives by with their window down, or they're looking at the sign. I say it because they may not have enough time to read it. You know what I mean? I'm doing real community work out here. This should count as community service. Too bad I don't owe any community service right now. City of Norwich Inspection Division. She's driving a nicer car than the guy that drives around and writes tickets to everybody else. Did he leave? No, he did leave. You know who the ones that I get weird vibe from are the people that look at the sign and then look right away. Man, Fuzzy dude, I've tried that. Maybe other people need to write them too. Other people, dude, I could supply whoever with the information. If more of us start complaining, I feel like they might. And I don't even have to supply everybody. Look it up. William Edwards Sr., New London cop arrested. It'll pop right up. All the information's there. His picture's there. It's all there. And like I said, this is just the first step. I was going to do it today, but I can't because I forgot that I have something to do with my girl after. And I don't want to go there alone because I don't trust them. But, so I think it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm probably going to go to the halfway house itself Both times I've been there, it's been a shit show, and both times, well, no, they only called the cops the second time, but I just don't trust them there, and I don't know the Groton police at all, really, and I don't know, I don't trust them. So, but I've talked to Matt Karen about this, and he told me, oh, that sounds huge. That's something he would absolutely be interested in if the facts checked out. Norwich Parole supports predators and kid diddlers. And
This is about.
this is a New London cop. He got caught diddling a kid, 2009. They pretty much let him off. They dropped all the real charges. He did 2 years. He didn't have to register. And then he got out, and they put him in a halfway house watching men piss. They gave him another state job, sucking off the tit of the state that we're paying for. And in my opinion, you're putting people at risk. That dude's a predator. He should not be there. And they don't want to do anything about it. So I'm gonna stand out here every chance I get and tell everybody that I can between here and the halfway house, because the halfway house is right in Groton. So I bounce back and forth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Bill Edwards, William Edwards Sr. Look him up. William Edwards Sr. New London cop. You'll be amazed. But yeah, dude. He said they would be absolutely interested if everything checked out, and I sent him everything, and never heard from him again. So, and I can't necessarily be mad at him, because I think we all know it's not up to that guy what gets published or not, but I also believe that he probably has some pull. And it seems like it's weird. They want to publish stories on the state, but only like certain ones, and stories. Norwich cops love hiring predators and kid diddlers. Norwich Parole, they hire kid diddlers and predators to work at the halfway houses. This is an ex-cop, 22 years, got caught touching a kid. They gave him a job at a halfway house watching men piss after he got out of jail. But I forgot what I was saying. That might be another one right there. But yeah, so it's, I don't know, I don't count on mainstream too much for much. But like I said, this isn't for views. I only did this live because the couple of people that knew that I was doing it wanted me to do it live. This is one of them things I would be doing regardless. I've been through the system. I know how it is. And you know what's funny is people in that house, if you bring that up, they're told not to talk about it. Don't bring that up. Don't talk about it. But what? You guys are crazy. You guys are literally crazy. And the worst part about it is that dude can make up whatever he wants, or he can tell the truth. It doesn't really matter. But they'll take his word, and they will put people back in jail over this criminal who got caught diddling kids that shouldn't even be there. No. That's your moral compass, dude, and you're in charge of other people? I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's sad that somebody, you know what I mean, somebody that had a criminal history and messed up my younger years, you know what I mean? I was all out of whack back then, and I could get my life together, and I could see that something this blatantly wrong is wrong, yet these tools that work here, the good ones can't. They think it's okay. They'll literally justify anything they come up with. Anything you give them, they'll justify it. They'll always make a reason, but it doesn't mean it's right. Another one just pulled in, but I don't know where he went. Norwich Parole hires kid diddlers, likes kid diddlers. That they do. Got bad charges? Come here. They'll hire you. Norwich Parole loves hiring kid diddlers, putting citizens at risk. What they do. Bunch of wieners, whatever. It's what they do. This is what we do. We pay them to sit in these nice, cushy AC offices, and we let them think that they're actually important and they're actually somebody. And you know what I mean? They're in all reality, they really ain't shit. They're a babysitter for a full-grown adult. That's all they are. Their job's not really. I mean, I'm not saying it's not dangerous at times, because it definitely is. But more time than not, their job is not dangerous. It's quite cushiony, quite padded. Norwich Parole loves hiring kid diddlers and predators. Come work for them if you got weird charges. I think we gotta run all them. Yep. This is what they support right here. They'll make you go to a halfway house and pee in front of a predator. A convicted, I don't know if he's a felon because they dropped all his charges, but a criminal. That's what they do. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. That's what they do. As you see, they just come and go all day. They don't really do anything. There's not even any people coming in and out. So what are we paying them to sit here and do? Just hang out all day and then take our vehicles home at night and spend our gas and use our insurance? Doesn't make much sense to me. But again, I don't have any crazy state training. I mean, if cops get 6 months, these guys probably get a week. I don't know what the training is for a parole officer in Connecticut. Yeah, this dude's a cop. He was a cop that got caught touching kids. They gave him a job working in a halfway house. Yeah, Fuzzy, that's how I feel too about that situation. And it can't be. And I'm definitely not raking in no money like he is. That's why I'm out here holding a sign like this. But I think we could get. I gotta look up the ordinance because I got a job site radio. I mean, I know that's not nothing, but we could play some beats or some pre-recorded stuff and hang out with our signs. It's just to get people out here. I'm about to start offering people $10 an hour to hang out with me and hold signs. Go to the soup kitchen tomorrow morning and round up a bunch of people. That's what we'll do. Get this whole street littered. We'll get one of them barbecue trucks or whatever. We'll give them a park right here. We'll give them a park up here and just serve food. We'll pay them to serve food. But then you gotta come hold the sign for an hour. Imagine leaving here or having to go in here knowing that this is what you got to deal with. You would, I don't know, I wouldn't do it, dude. I'm always down, dude. And like I said, there's people, it seems like more people are coming from out, like throughout the state, hitting me up and support, and like, And it's just finding people that are close enough, that are, you know what I mean, able to get around, do things. Because it's like this, in all reality, I would love for this to be, I want to be here when they get here, and I want to be here when they leave. But it can't always be like that, I guess. The court's right there. I almost want to walk and check on court real quick. Because I got to, what time is it? 12:50 now. I got a few minutes. Norwich Parole supports Preds and diddlers. They love them. Need a job? Come to Norwich Parole if you got messed up charges. Probably start you at top dollar. Forget starting at the bottom. You got some messed up charges, you're starting right at the top. You run this place here. Let us listen to you. Well, as we see, one camera. I think there's 3 cameras back here, so we got to get Norwich Parole supports predators and diddlers. Get those cameras so we can show how they acted. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. Got messed up charges, need a job? Come here. They love them. I can't wait to use that other camera tomorrow, dude. I can't wait. It's weird because it's like you do a live stream and like even if you're in the same spot the whole time, half of it comes out all right, half of it comes out not as good. And I wouldn't even do them still, but people keep telling me to keep doing them. And I feel like you get that extra layer of security. But we got a cop down there. I'd rather have another camera. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. 360 camera would make a big difference. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. That chick was dying. Whoever that chick was, she loved it. She was laughing. That's funny. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. And that's a cop. What do you think he was stopping? Help out the citizens? Stop them from getting violated? You know what I mean? I assume that would be a form of sexual assault. No? You're forcing somebody to go piss in front of a predator. Somebody that's gotten in trouble, has crimes against another person. And that's what they do. And when they drive by, I point to the sign and I point at them and I tell them they support it. And I mean, there's no other way to look at it. They can say whatever they want to say. What do they always say? Oh, actions speak louder than words, right? Isn't that how it goes? So what you're saying don't really matter. And I honestly think, I'd bet money they've called Norwich police already. Norwich police ain't gonna come because Marsh is scared. Marsh don't want to be on camera. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. Need a job? Come here. They're hiring anyone. Don't take nothing but half a brain cell to work here. No skill required. 0 skill trade. Oh, there was a dude in that car the whole time. I thought there was, but I couldn't tell. Well, yeah. But yeah, I really think the only way Norwich police would show up is if I walked inside. and I legally can. I lawfully can, but they're still going to come and arrest me. And right now, I've got a lot of my cases actually turning around, and after 2 years, so I don't really want to hinder those. So there's a lot of stuff, dude. I got stuff lined up for probably the next 3 years, guys. Like after this stuff, we got what do we have to do? This is one of them. Norwich Parole, these guys right here support predators, diddlers. And then court. If anybody wants a free lawsuit, I'll just tell all of whoever's listening. If you would like a lawsuit, all you have to do is go to any courthouse in America where you're legally, well, not in America, in Connecticut, where you're legally allowed to record and audio record, and pull your phone out and attempt to do it, and watch what these losers in those marshal costumes do. Norwich Parole supports diddlers and predators. Want a job? Come here. A skillless trade. Oh, here comes another one. They're all coming back. They all going down to the police station to cry. Norwich is dumb though. You never know. They may have them calling up and crying up, and they'll might just come do something about it. Oh, they're going by. That's one of them right there. You're not getting by me. But my mouth is so dry. I think we're gonna walk down to the courthouse and see what's going on down there real quick before we jump off, and then I'll be in Willimantic after that in a little bit. We gotta go check up on those losers. Oh, if everybody kept up on the video that we did, Norwich Parole, they support diddlers and predators. A zero skill trade. Come work here. If anybody saw the video we did, it was like 2 weeks ago, about the kid that had to go to the department 4 times to make a complaint. He messaged me yesterday. You guys are gonna laugh. He had a civil hearing yesterday, and guess what? Everything was dismissed. The only thing that's still pending is the breach of peace, and that's because that's criminal. So, they dropped everything. The chick went in there. She wanted him arrested. She wanted Steve arrested, who was the other dude, and she wanted me arrested. I don't know why she wanted me arrested, because I don't even know who she is. I've never seen her. I've never talked. There's the state cops too. I've never seen her. I've never talked to her. None of that stuff. But she literally was crying in front of the judge in court, saying that she wants me arrested. She wants me charged and I caused her trauma, and I did all this stuff to her. I made it so she needs therapy. How did I do anything? I just went to the police station to support a citizen. I could have added her information. I could have added her name. I could have added a picture of her. There's a lot more I could have did, and I chose not to because I knew what a petty bitch she was, and I knew she would have tried to go and get this kid, Dylan. She would have tried to get Dylan in trouble. She would have went and made something else up, and that's what would have happened. So we neglected to do that, and look what happened. She's still in there whining about us. Luckily, he has a really good lawyer, and his lawyer put a squash to everything. I mean, there's nothing they could do to me anyways. What are you bringing me up for? You're just grasping for straws at this point. You're thirsty. But it's nuts. Yeah, I didn't find out much on it, Mike. This is the funny part, is they said, yeah, there was a body found over there in the river, but it was a 26-year-old male There was no cause of death or anything that I've seen yet, and it wasn't found suspicious. They said it wasn't suspicious, which is really weird because anybody else said, I don't know. I feel like if you find a body in a river, no matter what, that's unless there's like blatant signs that they killed themselves. I'm just getting a soda real quick. It's suspicious, but how else could it not be? Yeah, I mean it could be definitely, and that probably is more or less the option. But hold on, I gotta set this down. But yeah, when there was an armed robbery yesterday afternoon, Mike. I don't know if you saw that one.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hello.
Hi.
And
Yes, this?
yeah, just that. So I don't know though. They said not suspicious. Which is weird though, because everything else in the town is suspicious. You walk down the street with a camera, you're suspicious. And for all them resources and everything, like I had to be told the.
You want to see?
No, I'm all set. Thank you. I had to be told the article through third party because they only released it on one or two websites, and they were all sites that you had to pay for pay to read it, and I don't have a subscription, so I didn't read it. But they sent me parts. Like why didn't the news cover it like the news? Why didn't anybody cover it? Nobody covered that, and that yesterday there was kids. They got armed robbery. It was a U-Haul, some other stuff, and they were fine when we got there. And then like after over an hour in, they started acting like babies. They started whining and like this and that. I get you mad, but like you're mad at the wrong people, dude. I ain't keeping you here. I'm not the one doing anything to you. Like literally nothing to you at all. And but Marsh was there, and I told Marsh multiple times how I felt about him and what I think of him. They tried IDing like a 14-year-old kid and girl, and they're like sitting there like, hey, and the kid's facing them who are in front of me, so he's looking at them, but I'm behind them, and I'm like shaking my head no. I'm like, no, dude, don't give them your shit. And then I just said to my thing, I'm like, I don't know, I know if that was me, I wouldn't be giving them anything. They don't deserve anything. Oh, here we go. I forgot, marshals are the same as police vehicles out here. And useless court employees are the same as cops. And it would, as I always say, dude, it would make a little more sense if they didn't have a whole parking garage right there and a whole parking lot right here. This guy right here, this is, I'm assuming this is the prosecutor's vehicle because we got him a ticket, and when I called to get information on why they dropped the charges on the criminal that came out and assaulted me right here, he couldn't give me any information on that, but he could whine about how I knew he wasn't parked illegally. As I said, it's quite simple. You're not a cop. Oh, they're all over there eating lunch. We can go over there and watch them eat lunch. It don't really seem like fun to me, but we could. But yeah, 10-minute parking all day. Ain't no goddamn police car. They ain't got no lights. But these are the same idiots out enforcing. They're literally in there giving everybody else tickets for less stuff. But it's okay. As long as you work for the state, you can do whatever you want. That's most people's problem. They have a moral compass. They don't want to work for them. Then you don't. You're just stuck getting abused by them. Literally. I don't know. There's really not much going on. Let me see who's in here. There's only a few minutes left. Oh, what up? Thank you, Fuzzy. And who's that above him? Randy. What up, Randy? We need people down for the cause. And like, listen, I tell people all the time, we don't need, like, I don't need somebody to come out and stand right next to me, because I'm not going to put anybody else in. I mean, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it regardless, but if they're going to stare at me, I'll go up there and stare at them. I don't like that shit. But if you, even just somebody stand back. I like these guys. Who's that dude gonna keep safe? That look like he's skinnier than me. Stick figure. We're here to keep court safe. But absolutely. Now the worst thing everybody did is, if you wanted to be a real criminal, all you had to do was come work for the state. These losers. Oh, shade. Nice. I cannot believe how warm it is. Yeah, you're good, Mike. Have a good day, dude. Finish the rest of your day out. Enjoy it. Stay safe. And Fuzzy, let me know if you get time, dude, or if you ever want to go out. Because there's plenty of stuff. There's plenty of stuff in the state, dude. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I just don't want to do it alone. And there's nobody out here. Oh, there's one of them now. Right there, you pred. Maybe we need to get a shirt for them. You know what I mean? Post that dude. I don't know. Have the parolees. I'll just buy a bunch of them. Have the parolees wear them in there. But I'm gonna end this. I gotta send a message to my girl. See where I'm gonna rendezvous with her, and we'll go from there. But as I said, we're gonna be out in Willimantic in just a little bit, so I definitely will be going live from there if I see any of them criminals, which we probably will, because it's nice out, so they're definitely gonna be out trying to stop everybody. We need as much money as we can get in this weather. They're like bears, you know what I mean? They like to hibernate too. They really don't want to come out, and especially Willimantic, dude. You go in Willimantic in the morning, them cops aren't even out of that department. They don't even go out and do anything until like 3, 4, unless there's a call. They literally all just sit at the PD and hang out. Every time I've been out there within the past 4 months, dude, every car has pretty much been at the PD till 2 or 3 o'clock. I hear sirens. Where are they coming from? This is where the cop was parked like 2 weeks ago. Oh, the other day we were down here, dude. I was on the phone, so we couldn't record it, but they had 2 regular cops walking through here, a female and a male, and then in the middle, undercover. And I don't know what they were doing, but they were definitely... Why are you riding your bike on the sidewalk? But yeah, it was definitely an undercover dude. Gun, badge, he had everything. And they were like lobbying through. I followed them up to that parking garage. They went to the top floor and skated out the back. And then I had to follow them down. I had to find them again. Because, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. So I didn't follow them right up there. It felt like a trap, dude. So I was like, I'll wait a minute. And then I went up and they were gone. And then I came around and I found them down here. But, alright, I'm really ending it this time. Alright, I'll see you in a bit, guys.